Good morning, boys. Welcome to today's session. Today we are going to learn History Lesson 1. The topic is What is History? In this lesson, we are going to learn what history is all about and also the lifestyle of the prehistoric man. Time in history is calculated in years using BCE or CE, which stands for Before Common Era or Common Era. So, what is history? History is the study of past events in chronological order. Let me explain the term history. It has been derived from the Greek word historia, which means learning by enquiry. Some people used to write diary to record the events of their time. It reveals the lifestyle of people of that time. Through our forefathers' diary, we come to know of their activities, habits, and lifestyle of people of that period. Like that, in ancient period, the people live in caves, used to draw paintings in rocks. We understand the period and lifestyle of people of old Stone Age from used stone tools and through their paintings on the rocks and the walls on the caves. The period between the use of first stone tools and the invention of writing system is prehistory. Stone tools, excavated materials, and rock paintings are the major sources of prehistory. There is another period that is proto-history. This is the period between prehistory and history. For this period, records in writing are available, but we are not able to read that writing. Early humans domesticated dogs for their protection and hunting. It is interesting to learn about the mighty Emperor Ashoka. His greatness had been unknown till 20th century. William Jones, James Prinsep, and Alexander Cunningham reveal the greatness of Emperor Ashoka. Based on their accounts, Charles Allen wrote a book titled The Search for the India's Lost Emperor. He has given accounts about Ashoka. Ashoka was the first to give up war after victory. He was the first to build hospitals for animals. He was the first to lay roads. Dharmachakra with 24 spokes in our flag was taken from his Sarnath pillar. He spread Buddhism to different parts of Asia. He embraced Buddhism after Kalinga War. Now we can understand the importance of historical research. Inscriptions, monuments, copper plates, accounts of foreigners or foreign travelers, and folk tales play a vital role in constructing history. These are the sources of history. Sources of history is divided into archaeological sources and literary sources. During excavations, we get potteries, toys, tools, ornaments, and coins. There are rock edicts, temple wall inscriptions, and metal pillars. We have monuments too. Palaces like Tirumalai Nayakar Mahal, forts as in Senji, temples, for example, Pragadishwara Temple, stupa as in Sanchi, and monastery as in Tabang. These are all archaeological sources. In literary sources, we have secular literature and religious literature. Secular literature, it has epics and poems like Shakuntala. Accounts by foreign travelers, example Fahian. Works by Indian authors, example Tirukural. Folk songs and ballads, we have many in Tamil Nadu. Religious literature, epics like Ramayana, Mahabharata and Manimegalai. Devotional literature like Devaram, Tiruvasagam, Nalayira Divya Prabandham. Through all these sources, we understand the importance of history.